Coming up, we have Didi from the Bitcoin family, famous for selling everything for Bitcoin. We also have leading crypto artist Vesa, and we check out how the projects we've reviewed are performing. Oh yeah, get it, Axies. Ha ha ha. One BTC and 32 ETH.
Welcome back, HardForkers. Episode 11 on the 11th of the 11th. How about that?
Whoa. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 20.
11, 11, 11. Something special might happen, I think. Apparently,
it's my lucky number, man. 11 is my lucky number.
Very
Look,
good.
it's 11,
Mine's
11.
actually 11, 11, Didi. So it's twice as lucky.
Did you ever see this video about 11 in the elevator? The Scottish, the Irish guy, and the American
11.
guy?
I did.
Could you please repeat that?
You love it.
11.
Anyway,
This
special
crew is the
11.
7-Eleven of crypto.
11. 11.
It's actually the best show in all of crypto, this one, Vesa. Welcome back, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you, my friend.
Didi,
Good to
first
see you
time
too.
on the show.
Everyone else.
Welcome along.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah, excellent. So we've got some great stuff to cover in this show. Coke, candy, new tokens. But first, the show is called 1 Bitcoin and 32 Ethereum. Stefano, can you remind our audience why it's called that, please?
Sure, because on Ethereum 2.0, in order to start staking, the minimum of 32 ETH is required for that. Deposit contract has been launched. Right now, there are around 54,000 ETH that has been deposited. The target for that is 524,288 ETH. Once that sum has been reached, Ethereum 2.0, the Genesis block is going to start, and therefore like phase 0 is going to officially start. And from there, at the beginning, the people that have like staked those 500,000 ETH at this specific amount are going to be able to like enjoy pretty much a 21% return a year, which is going to like decrease over time as more ETH are going to be locked into the contract, going to like a final 4.9, I think it is, % per year once we reach like 10 million ETH in the contract. Now, all of this sounds very cool. A lot of people are going to be like 21% a year return. I'm in. Here's the bad news. If you are not familiar with all of this, it's not like a straightforward thing where like you send ETH to an address and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You need to set up a node. You need to do like the process in a specific way. So if you're familiar with that, you don't need me to explain that to you. If you're not familiar with that, maybe just avoid trying to play around with 32 ETH, which today are what, like $20,000? No, what's the price of 32 ETH today in dollars? Like $15,000, $20,000, whatever it is. It's a lot of money, so don't do that. Pretty much.
Okay, we will be explaining to you how that all works in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, 32 ETH and 1 Bitcoin, not financial advice, people, but for us, we think having 1 Bitcoin and 32 ETH is a pretty damn good thing to have. That's what the show's all about. We also review projects. We trade them. We may uncover a hidden gem along the way for you that we keep in addition to our 1 Bitcoin or 32 ETH. So on that note, guys, we'll obviously we've got our meme of the week first. So, Mr. Gonzo, what do you got for us this week?
It's a winner.
It's a winner.
Yeah.
Here it is. Meme of the week.
Tony.
All right.
You win some Coke.
No, I'm not sure. I got a message on Twitter to send an Ethereum address. So let's see. Hopefully, I should find out in the next maybe 10 minutes while we're on the show here. I'll find out.
Oh, very good.
The prize is pretty cool. It's a shard of an Origin Axie, and for some reason it became a meme and it became popular. And this Axie is, they called it Coke because it's all white and it's got like coked out eyes. So they sharded it on Niftex, and I should get a couple pieces of it hopefully.
Excellent. Now, the other thing we want to announce is we've obviously got some absolute Axie fanatics here, and Stefano and Johnny Gonzo. Mr. Gonzo, do you want to quickly tell the audience what we're doing now on that front and how they can get involved?
Yeah, we started the HardForking Axie sponsorship. So basically, we've got 3 teams. So there'll be 3 Axies in each team, and one team will represent each one of our traders here, Sean and Stefano and myself. And we're going to sponsor a player to play for us. There's a bit of an entry cost for Axies. You need like $250 to get a decent team. So I've been breeding a bunch. So I figure let's put them to work for us, and we'll find another way for some passive income. So the scholarship will be split, the winnings of the game, between the player and us as the sponsor. We'll be posting an article on the website and on the Medium in the next 24 hours or so. So I'll have all the details on how to enter, the requirements, stuff like, subscribing to the YouTube, going to our Discord, having some time to play, and making a minimum amount of these coins that you can win in the game.
Okay, we obviously want to reward people that do follow us and support the channel. So the link to our Discord is below. Subscribe if you haven't already. You're going to need to be a subscriber. And jump into the Discord, and we'll have a chat with you. And next week we will be allocating those teams to some of our followers. Very exciting.
Whoever is gonna be paired with Sean, good luck. Good luck.
Good thing he doesn't have to do anything though.
Yeah, but he needs to explain how to start the game.
Vesa and Didi, I'm glad you guys are along. You're the gentlemen of the Bitcoin and crypto space. Got these 2 monkeys to deal with each week. But anyway.
Far too generous, sir. I'm happy to be the monkey crew too.
Actually, no, Didi's highly likely to turn on me just as much as these 2 in the next 5 minutes as well. So
we should get Mr. Bitcoin.
Hey, man, I'm feeling left out right now.
So listen, obviously, Vesa and Mr. Gonzo have also made an amazing NFT together. Here's a quick look at that for you all.
5 or 6 pounds of cocaine inside.
Tell us about that, guys.
Yeah. Long story short, it was an art piece that I originally made for the North American Bitcoin Conference, the first conference that I ever went to in January 2018, and it was pretty electric in Miami at that time. And, I wanted to make an art piece specifically about that conference and Bitcoin and Miami and all the relevance that it has for the city. It's a little peacocky, it's a bit palm trees, it's a bit tropical, it's all that stuff, and it's all very cute. But once I did a bit of research and watched these documentaries like the Cocaine Cowboys, and I was a kid in the 80s, so I saw the Miami Vices. So I realized that the famous skyline of Miami has been built pretty much on cocaine. I mean, just magically appeared all of those skyscrapers when that boom was going on. So now that crypto is transforming the whole of the banking world all over the world, Miami is among them. So this peacock and this coconut gets sliced open, and if you go on this adventure to this tropical place, then you might get to be a part of this transformation. And I've been waiting for a long time to find someone as, quite frankly, talented and great as Johnny Gonzo there to animate this fucking thing into life.
Finally, somebody said something nice to you on this show, Mr. Gonzo. There you go.
First time ever.
Yeah, I suck that way. I'm all too gooey. But basically, Mighty 3, this NFT music artist as well, made the soundtrack, and he nailed the brief, which was essentially due to Miami Vice, what Stranger Things did to 80s synth music. And he put some power into that as well. So I couldn't be happier with the result. We launched it on Bitcoin Live yesterday, and it didn't yet connect with a collector because the minimum bid was 10 Ethereum. But quite frankly, there's 3 adult artists who've been working their asses off for collectively weeks over this thing that you can now own as a unique collectible. And even though to many people who art, and especially this new frontier of art, might come across as, that's nearly $5,000, that's crazy money. But if you think that you can own this unique combo by artists who've collectively now reached with their art almost 500 million people, and all of a sudden you're throwing a peanut at a monster. That's where we're at.
This is a review and competition show. So we're just going to have a quick look at the projects that we've already covered in the series in the previous 10 episodes. So look, I'll kick it off as I always do. My trade of the week. It's not actually a trade. It's another NFT that I own all by myself from Vesa. Here it is. It's called Aurora and the Borealis. How did I get this? Well, part of the show is that when we do cover a project, we then dig around to see what can be done with that token or that project. In this case, it's our good friend Vesa. So that is not necessarily a trade, but we're going to look at how NFTs in the art world operate in the second part of the show. So stay with us for that. Moving through my wallet here now, as you can see, there's been some major changes from last week. Of note, DMG up 80%.
Wow.
Go DMG. They've been burning tokens, so maybe it might bounce back. No other news really that I could find on DMG other than this token burn. But yeah, it's up 80%. So we're happy with that. Hex, which if you watched last week, I was punching the sky because it was up 40% on the week, actually plummeted about an hour later and is currently down 30%. They have their big payday coming up next week. We're going to be looking closely at Richard Hart and the Hex project again. Next weekend's show, it's one day before the big payday, so we'll be giving you our thoughts on how that might play out. Stay tuned for that. Uni is up 70% this week. Wow. And the other one of note for me, Ampleforth, the only project in my wallet that we haven't actually done a review on. I'm going to fucking sell it unless those guys from Ampleforth come on the show. You told me you were coming on episode 1. You didn't show up. I've contacted you 3 more times. You haven't got back to me. So I'm selling your fucking token if you don't come on the show. There you have it. I don't want to sell it. I actually really like it. So come on the show. Okay, Prime XBT. Thanks once again to Prime for supporting the channel. I have just stated my copy trade. Unfortunately, my copy trade is actually down 7% on the week. But got a lot of faith in the person I do follow. But I'm going to be also having a bit more of a chat with you all with Didi shortly on Prime. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Yeah, just very quickly, my trades of the week. I've obviously added the new NFT from Vesa. And as I mentioned, when going through my wallet, some big changes in DMG, Hex, and Ampleforth. That's it for me. Mr. Gonzo, what have you done?
I've been making NFTs all week. I haven't really done any trading. My Prime is completely wrecked. I got like $20 in there, so I'm just longing nothing.
Well, I think they're sponsoring us again, so you might get back in the game shortly.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm longing USDT right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, my portfolio, my trade of the week is probably Chainlink. It looks like it's starting to run. It's doing pretty good. I'm just holding that. I think it's going to make a big move here in the next week or two. Everything else is pretty much, the same as last week, just holding. Pretty much waiting for something to pop up so I can sell and try and buy something else. Get some more sponsors. You know, pretty boring week for me because, like I said, I had my head down working.
Well, you're Mr. Excitement on Prime with your 600% swings each week. So hopefully they come back and support the channel for another month because we'd love to see your action again.
Those damn wicks actually, got wicked out on ETH and BTC. Copy trade, I probably won't be touching that again though. It's just I find there's not enough information.
You're backing yourself, huh?
Yeah, exactly. This way I can blame myself, right? No problem. If there's something goes wrong.
Cool.
Take all the credit if I get it myself.
Okay. We're going to be having more of a chat with you and Vesa about what you guys have been up to in a moment. But first, Stefano, talk us through what you've done this week.
Sure. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might get the crown and taking the lead this time. So there is a little bit of reviewing this time after me sitting down and not doing anything. Number one, the trade of the week for the third week in a row, it's still pump because I'm still solid on that 18.23% return every single day from staking. Plus the value in the past 7 days has finally bounced back. So I am quite good over there and well positioned. If we're looking at like the other trade on the Ethereum wallet, there are two changes. The first one is the fact that I had to wait to announce that, but Sean is not the only one adding a single NFTs because like it didn't want to like let me run away with that. I also got an NFT from Vesa a little bit longer ago than Sean, and the way that I did that was basically doing the path of any single normal user, which was there was a treasure hunt on the pyramids of CryptoVoxel on Vesa. 3 QR code scan were available for 10,000 Vesa token. I got one of those, so I got 10,000 Vesa. And then there was like a special offer for the first one on Twitter to whoever was sending 10,000 Vesa was receiving an NFT. And I managed to be one of the top 3, one of the first 3 on the pyramids and the fastest one on Twitter. So there you have it.
We're competing with Ken Bozak. Ken Bozak very, very nearly got that, but then he went back to sleep. So, snoozed.
Bring it on.
Stefano, I don't like this implication that I didn't earn my NFT from Vesa. Thank you very much.
To me, it sounds like Stefano is a Vesa whale, and you guys got some kind of insider trading going here. What are you guys trying to show everybody?
What I'm saying is that
insider trading. What the fuck? Where's mine?
How is this insider trading? Like I literally like
Stefano. I can agree with yours. Okay, fair enough. You went to the pyramid with your wallet. You signed in all that shit. Sean, I still don't understand this.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I say I got it.
If I can jump in a little bit.
No, why?
Hey, let's hear from the artist, please.
Well, I wanted to reward Sean because he's one of the first people that I connected with over 30 years ago in this space. And we've been doing a bunch of stuff together. And the amount of people that I've met, all of you guys here now, and what we've been doing together, the piece with Didi and meeting up with him, and now Stefano, you're becoming a collector. This NFT that we made with Johnny now, and Sean is responsible for a hell of a lot of good things that have been going on. And be continued. So for me to send him one NFT as a token of gratitude, a literal token of gratitude, as well as some tokens is well overdue in my opinion. But yeah, insider trading, and most of this is corruption. Let's be real. So
so you are a true gentleman. You should be on this show.
Now, can I say one thing on that?
It goes back to like Stefano, and then we move on.
Yeah, just one.
I'm still surprised you only have 10,000 tokens. I received 100,000 Vesas.
See, because
motherfucker.
That's the thing. I scan QR code. I always been left out on all the situation. I'm a normal guy. I'm following the path of every single like crypto degen on Twitter. Like that's the weapons that I can play.
You let Vesa paint your testicles though, Didi. So
that was my lady. My lady painted the testicles. I stayed the hell out of it.
That was Didi's fee. 1,000 Vesa or 50,000 per ball.
Okay. Anyway,
Rub his chest a little
we're
bit.
going to revisit this
Wax
in a
on,
moment,
wax off.
guys. We're revisiting this in a moment. Stefano, do you want to quickly finish up your other
Yes.
trades of the week?
The other trade that I've done is Candy, and Candy is a fractionalized.
Did you get that from? Did you get that from Jorden?
No.
Right.
That Jorden is into Coke. I'm into
That's
Candy. Anyway, Candy is a fractionalized triple mystic Axie that is available on NymphDex. So you don't find that on CoinGecko or anything like that. And the reason why I bought into that is because like triple mystics, if you've been following, are going on the latest one for 300 ETH. And the total market cap of Candy, which is a triple mystic, is currently like below 90 ETH. So kind of like a good buy to me. Not gonna have a lot of volatility, so I bought into that as well. What else? PrimeXBT still not doing anything. Being busy with other tokens and other stuff. So I'm still like
Long
letting them
Ethereum.
sit. Huh?
Long Ethereum.
Soon. Not
Low
yet.
margin. Just put it on there and just leave it.
No, not yet. Not yet. One step at a time. Like
And you'd be up like
Hey,
300% by
trade,
now.
You do whatever you want with your trades, Mr.
Yeah.
Gonzo. Zip it. This is.
Just let me go on that. Like not a problem at all.
He's got more. He's got more BTC than us, and all he's done is hold.
I'm fine so far.
It won't last, though, by the way.
Last part is like on the projects that we're reviewing everything. Obviously, I'm still having everything on the different liquidity pools. So my DMG position has decreased because the value has increased, as you mentioned as well. My bonk position has decreased, which I don't know exactly what happened over there. I need to look better because like it's pretty weird. My X position has increased because in this week the value has decreased, and so on and so on. So overall, like the liquidity pools are still going good, making a couple of dollars here and there. Nothing too crazy, but I'm happy with that. Increasing a little bit the staking, and yeah, I'm actually pretty happy on this week. Like can't complain on anything.
Very
Good
good.
job, Stefano.
Didi,
John,
Prime XBT. How are you playing it there?
same like you all are playing it there. I'm copy trading. I started copy trading like a few months ago, and I started with $100 just to test the system, you know, how it works and everything. And some traders took me down to around $30. So I was like, wow, this copy trading is not working for me. Because like I was skipping from trader to trader and it went down, down, down. And then like 2 weeks ago, I started following this number one trader. He took my $30 and now magically turned it into $300. So at the moment I am in $200 in the plus just because of this number one guy. But he's made like, I think 7,400% like profit in the last couple of weeks. So there's a secret this guy has, and he's doing really cool. And you know, I like Prime XBT. I like when I get bored, I go into the turbo game. You know, I play this game. It's very addictive, and I like to copy trade people. I need to be very honest. If it comes to trading itself, I find it's still not like the most easy platform to long and short trades. So I think there can be a little bit improvement over there for Prime XBT, but that's good because you know you need to make improvements and updates. So you get new people in again and again and again. But, you know, for me, positive at the moment in Prime.
Okay. Obviously, this show is all about fundamental analysis. Bitcoin, the hardest of hard money. Other forms of hard money could be a rare car, fine wines, and art. So second half of the show, people, make sure you hit a notification button to check that out. We're really going to dig into what both Vesa and Didi are doing with their tokens, have more of a chat on exactly what hard money is, and get everyone's thoughts on where the current market is. Obviously, it's been a pretty amazing week for Bitcoin. I think everyone here agrees it's only going in one direction long term. Before we finish this episode, Didi, do you want to maybe give us your thoughts on where Bitcoin is at?
You mean financially or fundamentally?
Fundamentally.
Well, it's on his hat and it's on his shirt.
This is a fundamental show.
So if it comes to the financial part, yeah, just hodl at the moment, because I think we're going to see a huge green dildo in 2021. I really think that we are in the bull cycle. I really think we can follow Plan B's stock to flow model and reach 100,000 US dollar next year. I have some charts which I can show later in the show if you want. And fundamentally, guys, I need to really admit that the last couple of weeks I start to doubt if Bitcoin is slowly turning into a rich man's tool that is only accessible for the rich people, the huge investors, the huge, the huge trust funds and the huge institutional investment companies and PayPals and all that stuff. So for me, Bitcoin is for me still, is my big love, but I slowly see it changing both the community and the currency itself, from a revolutionary currency that wants to disrupt the monetary system into a financial tool that is being used by the rich people again to increase their richdom and not spread the wealth all over the world. So fundamentally, I believe Bitcoin is slowly moving indeed to the digital gold for the millennials that we have all been, expecting. And I just hope that there will be an update in the hardware or in the software of Bitcoin that will make it possible to become or to be a peer-to-peer cash at the same time. It is a store of value like gold. But if that is not, it's not a problem for me. We have like 1,000 other cryptocurrencies that can compete to become a peer-to-peer cash. And maybe in Bangkok and in Thailand, it will be the Dash. And maybe in Australia, it will be Litecoin. And maybe in the United States, it will be Verge, For me, fundamentals mean that we need to keep control on the whole financial situation. We need to be the own boss on what we spend, how we spend, when we spend, and how we receive money. That is only, in my opinion, possible by keeping and supporting cryptocurrency in the whole. So if you ask me Bitcoin, financially, yes, it's going to make some people filthy rich and some small people as well. If you ask me Bitcoin, is it going to be the peer-to-peer cash of the future? Then I think we need, as a community, we need to change the mindset of not becoming a accumulating wealth community, but supporting the true fundamentals community that is in it, to make it a peer-to-peer.
Excellent. Look, I think on that note, guys, we'll wrap up this episode. We're going to continue in the next episode, which you can see tomorrow. We're going to go into depth on what Didi's got some pretty exciting news. We're going to have a close look at what Vesa's up to and have a look at the Nimtex platform and the amazing collaboration between Mr. Gonzo and Vesa also. It's coming up in tomorrow's episode, so make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification button. And we'll see you back for that episode. There's a good chance in that episode we might be wearing the same clothes as well. Don't let that throw you. But we'll see you all there. Thanks for watching this episode.
Okay,
Catch
lads.
you later.
Shirts off for the next episode.